Hello. Sorry, I was getting distracted. I was reading about the person who made that song just now. Oh, whoops. Buttons. Hey! I hope you're all doing well and everything. Yeah, sorry. It was really good. I know. That's why I was like, oh, I wonder who wrote this. So, I was reading about they're from Finland, Helsinki, but I think they're also part Ukrainian. I don't know. It was a bit vague. But yeah, it was cool. Most of their listeners are from London GB, interestingly. Yeah, but I hope you're all doing well. Let me show you. The label arrived. This is what I was been waiting for. It was delayed for so long. I don't know why. So this is the front bit. It's so wonky on the back. So I sewed on the back felt bit, and then I thought, oh, it would be so cool to put a label on, but I didn't want to take off the felt that I'd already put on, so I had to sew it onto this, which is kind of hard to do. So I had to I bought a curved needle so I could do it. But I put the little logo on the back. I don't know. It's a little bit wonky. Yeah, but finished that now, which is good. And then I put a little letter in there as well. It's gonna come in this orange thing because it's just, I keep all the packaging that if I buy stuff, I keep packaging that arrives in. So this is just the one that fit. Yeah, but I'll send that out tomorrow. I don't know how long it will take, but hopefully not too long. Yeah, and look, I hope it was safe. I hope so too. It's bubble wrappy in the envelope bit, so as long as it doesn't get completely whacked. Yeah, or would it be better to put it in like a box? Because I could put it in a box, I guess. If that might be safer. Because if that gets like crushed. Yeah, might put it in a box. But yeah, this is the other one I was making, and I finished it yesterday or the day before. This one I also messed up. Like the other one, I didn't mess up the pattern, but just some of the stitches aren't very good. This one I messed up the pattern a little bit over here. I don't know if you can tell. I know it's kind of annoying, but it's okay. Yay! So I did that, and this is in a smaller frame, which I think fits it better. Thank you, I appreciate it. Look at it from like here. Wow, look how good. Yeah, so I did those. What else have I been up to? I went ice skating over the weekend. That was really fun. Went pretty well. Getting back into ice skating again. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, and hopefully I'll be able to sign up for a class or something to do that and get better. But I really enjoyed that. And then I played mini golf as well. And I got a hole in one for one of the holes, which was wild. Because to be fair, most of the times I was like putting around, I wasn't really like looking that carefully. I was like, sure, in that general direction. Yeah, but I managed to get a hole in one, so that's cool. But then like one of the points I did absolutely terribly. Like we capped the maximum number that we wrote as like 6, but for some of the points I think I did like 10 because it kept like rolling back to just where I started. It was rough. But I did that. What else have I been up to? Yeah, it was really unfortunate, and it's so demoralizing when you like knock it forwards and then just comes straight back to you and you're like, okay, cool. This is a fun game. I think one of the ones I kept like going over the hole and then like just skimming it, and then it just like rolled down a hill and back to the beginning, and you're like, great. Yeah, but it was a pretty cool like course. There was a bit where you like putt it and you can go into the water, and then it goes down goes down the river, and then it goes into like this little chute, and it goes towards the hole. I don't know, it's just really fun, like intentionally hitting the golf ball into the water. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, they had a little bath and you could watch it go past. You're like, yeah, and then it goes down. Yeah, So that was really cool. I was with my family, and one of the holes my dad was like hitting it, and he kept hitting it too hard, and it kept going over the barrier and going into the river. So I kept to fish it out. That happened like 3 times. So yeah, but it was fun. I can't think what else we did. That's what I can really remember. But today I went to... Oh, I finished the book I was reading, Crime and Punishment. I think I finished that a couple weeks ago. But I started a new book called The First Woman, and I'm nearly finished. I think I've maybe got like 20 pages left. So yeah, I'll maybe finish that tomorrow. I don't know if I'll read much today before I go to bed. Yeah, but that's really, really good. Oh yeah, so I decided today, I was in Hobbycraft because I was buying that curved needle because I was like, oh, the only way I'm going to be able to sew this label to the back of that thing, since it's all covered, would be to using a curved needle. Because I was like, oh, when I was learning suturing in medical school, the curved needle was so useful to be able to like go back. So I was like, if I just get that, but for sewing, that'd be perfect. So I went to Hobbycraft and I was looking for the needle, and then while I was there, I also went back to the little book nook section, and they had this other thing. It's a DIY house. So it's not a book nook, it's just like this house. But I thought, oh, I want to make a little house. And also the difficulty is like, it's a whole star more difficult apparently than the one we did before. So I was like, yeah, I love a challenge. So I got that. And then I also got these fine tweezers, so I don't have to my hands on everything. I can use them. So yeah. What else did I do? Oh, and I looked at this little miniature car thing, and I was like, this would be fun to make. But I didn't end up getting it because, yeah, I wanted to research it a bit more. Yeah, I know, it's so cute. I love miniature houses and stuff. I love looking at them, so it'd be cool to make them. Has it finished Project Hail Mary? Red Dwarf series. Oh, is Project Hail Mary... I thought that was a film. Or is it not a film? Is it a TV show? Based on a film, based on a book? Yes, based on a book. Yes. Is a 2021, whoa, big, 2021 hard science fiction novel by American writer Andy Weir. Centers on schoolteacher and former biologist Ryland Grace, who wakes up aboard a spacecraft afflicted with amnesia. Cool. Oh, hi, Jared. Book and film. These are all books. Red Dwarf is also... Yeah, I thought Red Dwarf was a TV show. I didn't know that was also based on a book series as well. Is a comedy series? Is Red Dwarf a comedy thing? Oh, BBC. The book's actually based on the show. Oh, the other way around. That's unusual. The only book I've read like that was Rapture. I read a book based on the BioShock first game. That was really good. The audiobooks are especially good. Was it good? I think I maybe read it like 15 years ago, so I don't really remember, but I enjoyed it when I read it. Like, reading that book made me want to play the game as well. I mean, I already knew the game thing and I thought it was cool, but reading that book, I was like, wow, this is fun. Yeah. So they wrote the books after, like a spin-off of the characters. Yeah, the book I'm reading at the moment is this one, The First Woman. It's very good. It's like at once epic and deeply personal, the second novel from prize-winning author Jennifer McCumbee is an intoxicating mix of Ugandan folklore and modern feminism that will linger in the memory long after the final page. Yeah, this is the kind of book that makes me feel very like, I read it and I have to stop every few pages and I just like think about it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool though. Lots of Luganda? I don't know, is that the language? Words. And it's kind of hard to look them up because there's not that many like translation-y things online for that. Oh I didn't know such a thing existed. Books are kind of based on episodes but in much greater detail. Written by the same people who wrote the show, Rob Grant, Doug Naylor, aka Grant Naylor. Oh, they're called Grant Naylor when they're together. Yeah, BioShock Rapture. It's got 4.6 on Amazon, 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and 4.4 out of 5 on Audible. It's on Audible as well. So, yeah, it's there. Been trying to branch out from my standard fantasy sci-fi recently, but I somehow started reading another fantasy novel. I think when I was younger, like definitely fantasy was like my favorite genre. Like that was pretty much all I read was fantasy, and I was really not interested in anything that was like realistic, I guess, like set in the real world. I don't really know when it changed. Maybe over university is like it kind of changed, and now I prefer reading like character-based novels where maybe like nothing really happens, but they kind of like delve into the character and stuff. Yeah, so I think I tend to read that sort of book, but then every now and again as like a comfort fun thing, I'll like read a fantasy thing. What kind of things are you trying to branch out into? Like different types of fantasy? Contracted to write 5 books. The first 2 they wrote together, then had a bit of falling out and wrote the 3rd and 4th separate, which split the timeline and they came together for the final book, and the whole thing is just fantastic. Wait, so they wrote them in order? So like one of them wrote 3rd, one of them wrote 4th, but that's like the order of the things. That's interesting. Yeah, I can imagine it would be really easy to fall out with someone that you're working on a creative project with. Because you're so like intermingled in your workings, and especially when it's creative, because it involves so much of you. 3rd and 4th kind of take place at the same time. Oh, that's kind of fun in a way. It's interesting to see how their like imagination diverges the path, because obviously it's the same from the 2nd book onwards. They've got the same storyline, and then they both went different ways. Yeah, it's interesting to see how their minds differ. But it's cool that they came together for the final one. More classic stuff. I'm trying to pick up Penguin Clothbound classics. Oh, they're really cool looking ones with the nice like coloured covers, and then I got like the debossing on them. Ooh, those ones are nice. Which ones have you got? Yeah, every time I go in, I look at them and I'm like, oh, look at that. Let me, I can't type. I'm looking at this in the wrong browser. I'm trying to open up my browser. There it goes. Why is it so tiny? Oh, I've opened up too. Why are you small? Yeah, these ones. Whoa, look at these. Beautiful. If you rub the cover, it all comes off. Oh, that's annoying. Not even like the glitter stuff, like all of the design. To be fair, I can imagine it would be difficult to like print onto it very easily. Yeah, they always look really nice. I'm like, wow. But I think I prefer reading... I guess I read hardback sometimes. Do I prefer paperback? Maybe. I like the sound of a paperback. I'm probably quite an annoying person to sit next to when I read, because when I read a book, I normally go like... Can you hear that? It is getting picked up. I do this a lot. Like I tap the side of my book or the top, or do this with the edges. This sound especially, this sounds good. But I don't think you do that as well with the hardback book. I don't read them that often, although there are some over there. But maybe that's why I've not really read anything yet. I've only read 2, so maybe I got unlucky. The second is in pretty good condition because I was super careful not to put my fingers on the design. There's some bits of... Actually, yeah, like if it's easy to rub off, it'd be quite hard to hold them and not damage them. Oh, the other thing I do, you can see on this one, I get these plastic covers. So it's like a library book, but it's not. This is my book, but I just buy the plastic covers so I can put them on them. So then I know they're not going to get damaged on the corners and stuff, and they're all protected. And I like the feeling of the plastic. It still smells really good. Plastic cover. But yeah, I can imagine if the front is a bit delicate, it'd be hard to hold it nicely. Yeah, but I think I have like 5 of these covers, and then I just move these on. I think most of the books I have a standard size, like this. I can show you on. I've got 5, and then I just keep like swapping this to the next book that I'm reading. But then I've got the spare ones in case that gets damaged or something. Oh, it is. So, yeah, so this looks like nothing. This is just a piece of plastic. So you put the front cover in this bit here. There's a flap, and you put that on. But then the back cover, you slip the cover through these, and then this bit you fold back round. So if the book's longer, you can just fold less of it round because you need like more cover. But then if it's shorter, you can just fold more of it round. Yeah, that's how the library ones work and these ones work. I don't know if there's other ways of doing it. But you can tell that I've read other books with this cover because it's got loads of like fold lines where the different size of books were. Yeah, so I must have read a shorter one before because it's got the fold bit there. Yeah, so I think I've kept I left the cover on one of the books I was reading because the cover was a bit like damaged. Every now and again though, I do come across a book that's like non-standard height. So for those, I just have to go coverless. Just wild and bare. Yeah, but I realized, I was like, I always love reading library books. Like I love the covers on library books. It's so sad that when I get my own book, I don't have the covers like in libraries. And then I was like, you know what? I'm an adult. I could just buy that. So I got them, and it was the best thing ever. Looking to get in 1 or 2, I need to more especially in my bag. Yeah, they're so good, and then I don't have to worry about the edges and stuff. And it's all just protected, and I don't know, even just like if you put it on like a damp surface, and then normally the water would just kind of be on this thing. Now it's protected in the plastic. Obviously, it doesn't protect the sides and stuff, but yeah, I love them. They're so good. Yeah, and then I went to the library today to print off some stuff. Try and get hardcover library bindings. What does that mean? What's hardcover library binding? I went to the library today and I got this book. This is a hardback one. This is a different kind of plastic cover. Oh, I guess it's like a variable. Like how they put it on, but yeah, this one's hardback. I like the cover on this one. It's got a nice like the gold foil on it. Yeah, but I got that one today, so that's weird. Ouch, I just ran over my foot. That was really painful. Yeah, but I got my fiance to take the lampshade off, so the bulb was changed. So you got light there and light there, so the lighting situation is so much better, than before. You can see I've set the focus point to about here because then I can like lift stuff up to show you. I hope that's okay. Yeah, But this is the this is the miniature thing. I'm not open it. Library binding is meant for libraries, much more durable. It's meant to be handled lots and passed around and whatnot. Oh, interesting. Let me look that up. Because I feel like in the libraries here, the library books are just normal books, but they have the they've just got the plastic cover on them, like those. Library binding versus hardcover. Strong binding that's used for books to make them last the test of time in the library. I don't know though whether it's frequent use or not. It is ideal for books that are important for information they contain and don't value as objects. There's two types, original and aftermarket. Involves the binding of books meant for library use. Bound to withstand stress and is different from other books with versions of the same book. Publisher of a law book sent a library bound copy of the book to the public library. Aftermarket, formerly paperback or hardback. Contains pages sewn together and glued to the spine. Strong covers made of either fabric or leather. It's kind of how they're sewn in. It looks like they're sewn rather than with hardcover where they could be glued. Which makes sense that the sewn would have more structural integrity. Got acrylic coatings. And then these ones are like just the paper's like just thick. It's got cardboard. Buckram. 100% cotton material and durable. My local library only has plastic covers on the kids' books though. They add the older... Actually, that might be the same for the library that I'm at now. Like where I used to live and where I grew up, they always had, like for this, like this paperback, they had this plastic cover on all the books. But I think where I am now, they don't have plastic covers on them, which is interesting. Or maybe they do. I don't really... I was only there for a little bit because I was printing out some stuff and then I just kind of left. Library binding has leather cup. Yeah, I saw that on the pictures. Like the like dictionaries and stuff. Tom's Dictionary of Ireland. So cool. Wouldn't it be a cool thing to like bind a book? Should I write a book and then I can bind it? Oh look, and then they painted the edges. To say, wow, seems like a super cool way. It does, doesn't it? Like all the skill that goes into it. I love like when people rebind books as well, when they like take it from its original cover and then they put it into a new one. Watching that, so cool. Several book binding videos process fascinating. Should we learn to bind a book? I'd be so scared though. I think probably the easiest way to learn would be to get a different book and then rebind it in something else. But I'd be so... Actually, I have a book. The covers are falling off. That would be like the perfect book to rebind. So if I'm going to learn it, I should do it with that. I don't know where that book is. Oh, it's here. Come with me. Is it this one? Yes, I can feel the cover coming off. What is this book? Every man I will go with thee and be thy guide in thy most need by thy side. What the flip is this book? There's an old £5 note in here. Let me see. I don't even know this was in there. That's fun. Old £5 note. The publishers of Every Man's Library. Oh, you knew it. What's this book? The Pathfinder or the Inland Sea by J. Fenimore Cooper is the book. It looks pretty... Look at that inside. Look at the front cover. It's falling off, but look at the design. This is a cool bit. I haven't read this one. I literally got this. I mean, I must have got it when this was still around, so that was ages ago. But yeah, if any book needs to be rebound, it's flipping this one. I got it for $1.99. They were huge for bringing cheap books out back in the day. They're still around too. Oh, good for them. There's a piece of paper that fell out. Go back in. It's cool. You can see all like the little bits, the little paper being sewed together. And the spine looks nice on this as well. But yeah, if anything needs to be rebounded, it's this one. So if I were to learn, at least I've got a candidate. Yes. Gosh. Holding it. It's kind of just falling apart a little bit. This is fun as well. Finding a little relic. That's back in there. Yeah, well, if I were to learn, that is what I would learn. Well, it is a relic. You can't get them anymore. I didn't even know that was in there. It's fun. I wonder if they're worth more than £5 now because they're rare. Surely they're not. Like, there must be loads of them around the place. To make them just, like, the same. Can you take them to the bank? Would the bank accept them back to change them into like, current notes? I don't know. Well, anyway, I've sat here for half an hour and I have not even opened this box yet. Whoopsie daisy, got extremely distracted. I should. Yeah, because it is legal tender. It's just they just changed it, so they probably don't accept them in shops and things. But if the bank can verify it, and then they. Oh my gosh! So you know. Well, I don't know if you know, but a lot of time on stream, I'll start like 3 sentences at the same time, and then like not finish. Like I start the new one before I've even finished the other one before. Whoa, sorry. I don't know, but I don't think I do that often normally. But I did it today because I was talking to someone I work with about ice skating. I was talking to someone at work about ice skating and they recently like started class and stuff and I was like really excited, like, oh my gosh, it's so cool, isn't it? So I was talking to them about it and I realized I asked them like 3 questions at the same time, but none of them were actually questions. I just kind of said the start, they said the first 5 words of each thing. And I was like, oh, sorry, let me start again. And I said, but not often do I do that in my day-to-day life. So I just thought that was really funny. Yes. Anyway, this is the little thing we're gonna be making. Little house guy. It kind of looks like this. I don't know if you can see, but in that back drawer, it looks like there's some rolled up paper and things. So we may be manually rolling up some like tiny pieces of paper. So we'll see how that goes. But that is what we shall be making. We're trying to. Put that there. Okay. Just make space. Then I got some more little labels. If I make more stuff, I can put them on. And I got the tweezers. Yeah, they're so cute. I love miniatures. It's funny, there's so much stuff that I really love, but I'm like, oh, but not me. I shouldn't be doing that. Like miniatures. I love miniatures. I love looking at other people making miniatures and like just looking at them. But I've never thought like, oh, I can make a miniature. So then I saw this. I was like, you know what? I can make the miniature. I can have the little miniature in my home. I think that kind of the thing that stops me is like, if I make them, what am I going to do with them? I think because like if I start getting into making miniatures, where am I going to put them? I already have so much like stuff in my house. Not funny. I already have just so much like just stuff, you know. There's so much stuff I already need to like put away, and that is just kind of out. If I add more stuff to that equation, it's only gonna get worse. Mini miniatures. Look at my new little tweezers as well. Look, got these. Tap tap tap. Yeah, so I think, to be fair, that is like the biggest hindrance for me starting to learn to make miniatures. I'm like, what am I going to do with them when I make them? Oh, this instruction looks different to them. Glue is a gift, not for sale. It's funny. Okay, it's talking me through all the things. It's telling me how to open the glue. Oh, I have to... So with the old glue, which is here, they just gave it to me and you could just squeeze it out. But this one, look at this. Looks much more heavy duty than this one I used before. You have to cut the top off. Just have to cut it with these scissors, I guess. Oh my gosh, I need pliers. Diagonal cutting pliers, round nose pliers, and needle nose pliers. Well, I've got huge, gigantic pliers. May not be able to finish this one today because I don't have some of the required items, but we can start it, and then anything else that I don't have. I guess I'll just go buy them. Just go buy a million pairs of pliers. Okay. So it comes with... Oh, it comes with tweezers. Flip. The one equipment thing that I bought, it comes with. And then all the other equipment bits, I don't have. It should have been. If I'd have known, I would have bought them when I was in the shop. I'm gonna go back there. That's good because I need like I need a knife and cutting pliers for making the cars, the miniature cars. So if I get them, then all I need to do when I buy the car sets is to buy the set and the paints and the cement. So it'd be easier to get into making miniature cars. Okay. Telling me how to remove the wood part with a knife for preparation. Oh my gosh, I need a knife to cut these things out. Oh, no, some of them are cut out. Some of them are not though. Oh, some of them you need like a knife to like... It's easy to remove parts by cutting the knots on both sides. My fiance's got a Swiss Army knife. Maybe I'll just use that. Just stab them out. And then we need to cut out some paper. Okay. And then the instructions. Right. Oh my gosh. Oh, like, there's just a bunch of furniture. So basically we just have to make all the furniture. And it just gives you instructions how to make each piece of furniture. And then I suppose, yeah, just tell me how. So okay, I'll just make all the furniture that I can make. And then And then it shows how you put the furniture together. And then how you build the frame. And all the stuff. And then you put all the furniture in the house. Ooh, okay. Let's build mini furniture then, and we'll see. It looks like... Oh, it looks like the first thing we're making is a little cupboard. It's cool. At the end, at the last stage, you sandpaper it to make it look old. Remember when I was making the book nook and I was sandpapering stuff because I was like, oh, to make it look old, but it was wrong. That wasn't what you're supposed to be doing. Whoa! Can you see in this bag? There's these like mini little bits in there. Look at these little bits. Look at these little bits. This is for the light, I guess. Leave a screwdriver in there. This bag. Stuff. This bag of all the stuff. Can you see? It's like, they're like almost fluffy in a way. It's like lavender-esque pieces. They're kind of fluffy. And, oh, there's a little hat. Nice. Those bits and bobs. Look at these mini jars. That's so cute. Got these little jars. No? Nice. What's this? Just another bag of bits and bobs. Big pack of all the wooden bits. Oh, look. You can make little mini boxes with these, I bet. Oh, do you have to cut these out? Solid line is for cutting. The orange dotted line is for reversing. Dotted line is for folding. Red dotted frame is for spare parts. There's some spare parts there. Okay. There's just like the doors and stuff. I guess we have to stick these on the walls. Look at these little mini papers. This is so cute! Fairy dust. Piece of comet. Dragon's whiskers. Skull. Stalactite. Magic wand. Wizard robe. Eyeballs. Lovely. All my little bits and bobs. What's this? Oh, this is labeling all the pieces in the bags. So these must be, all of these pieces correspond to a piece in the bag, but it's telling you what that part number is called. Oh, because on the other pack we did, it had the part numbers written on the pieces. But this one, we have to use this diagram to find the piece we're looking for. And then we look for them. I guess it's so they don't have like the little writing on them. And the windows. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to cut this window out and not ruin it. That's quite a lot of pressure. I definitely will need a knife for cutting this out. We have a Stanley knife. So I could use that as knife. But they probably want you to use like a scalpel because it's a bit more precise. But yeah, window bit. And then little chopsticks, I guess, for some reason. No. Okay. So I guess this is bit is important because it tells us what the pieces are called. I didn't see the tweezers they were talking about. Hola. This is so cute. I'm so excited to make these little boxes. It says it comes with tweezers, but I didn't see them. Oh, is that them? Oh, that's them there. Oh, well, they're plastic, so mine are still nicer. I didn't waste my money. Okay. So, if we're gonna make this first cupboard here, we need B1, B2, and B3. Which I think are on a piece of cardboard. Maybe they're not on a piece of cardboard. Are they in a bag? Are they up here? Oh no, it says on it when it's got a bag when they're in the thing. For DG155. DG155. Okay, I think these are loose. DG155. I think they may be out and about, just on the loose. So they are probably in one of these bags then. Oh, it's this. I think it's these pieces. Yeah, I think I found them. They're in here. Right. Good start. I mean, bad start, but bad start has become okay start. Did I knock the camera? Oh, knocked it the wrong way. Okay. So we need... So we do have to glue these together. So we need to look for 3 of these. That's not the same. That one. And there's 3 of these. Yep, there's 3 of them. Wait, are there 3? No, there's only 2 of these. And then there's 3 of them. And then that's the top piece. Okay. Why is it saying 3? Why? It's just 3. Oh, it's in bag 3. Right, okay. This is bag 3. That's why it says 3. Because it's telling me to look in bag 3. Right. Okay. So... do we have to glue it together? Because we can slot them in place without gluing. But I bet the glue will hold them together better. See what it looks like. Ugh. Is it better to do them one at a time rather than try and slot them all in at the same time? Maybe. So that, and then oh, this one's kind of hard to put in place. It's the same width as the shelf, so when you put it in, you just need to, it doesn't like sit on top like I thought it might. You have to glue the sides so it sits in like this. Okay. Hi, Hasso. How are you? Right, I don't have a knife. So I'm just gonna have to snip this with scissors. But maybe that's a bad idea. Because maybe then the end won't be like, maybe we need the knife to make it like a nice sharp squeezy point. But doing it with the scissors might make it too random. Oh my gosh, the solvent smell. That is, oh my god, that is solvent. That is so much stronger than the other glue I was using before. Good flipping, oh my gosh, I feel like I've just been drugged. Good grief. Because we need to slice the end. So maybe it's better to wait. If you take this out, peel the lid off. Yeah, you think so? I've sort of fixed the lighting situation. It's still kind of but I'm working with what I've got. So I've got a lamp over there, and then the overhead light. I'm glad you're doing well. So this is the glue. My worry with cutting this without knife, I literally feel drugged, is that I'm gonna make the top opening too large, and then it'll be difficult to glue well. So maybe I should try and use my other glue, my other much less potent glue, in the meanwhile. See how that holds up. And then if I need to like come back and re-glue stuff with the more effective one, then that is okay. Hide inside bottlers. So this one, it hasn't been opened yet. The top is sealed, but also there's a seal here. So probably when I take that off, it will start hardening inside. But yeah, it must react with the air to harden because it's still liquidy, as you can see. But I have this other glue that from the other project that we were doing. And since these pieces kind of fit together with friction fit anyway, I don't think the glue is 1,000,000% like 100% definitely needed. I suppose it just kind of helps to secure it more in place. Oh, I just took the lid off. I didn't know you could do that. You can slide, it's got a little lid and I just slid the lid off. Right, let's yeah, I've never really thought about how glues work either. Like, how does super glue work? I know there's some sort of heat reaction because when you get it on your hands, it always feels kind of warm. Okay, put a little bit of glue there. Yeah, I don't think this would be like the best glue ever, but at least it will sort of help. Wow, if only I'd have known I needed all this equipment. Could have got it while I was there. Okay. This glue dries relatively fast, but I've put a fair amount on. So just let that dry for a little bit. I just mush away the excess a little bit. So we'll leave that there to dry for a little bit, then I'll put the other piece on. And then I guess we can test how effective the glue is for staying. If I stick this in. Actually, if I sand down the edges, that will keep it That will give it a bit more... If I sand down this edge and I sand down the top bits where it sticks, that will give it more purchase to sit together. So that might be good. That's a bit better. Yeah, because then we can stick it there and it have more grip than it otherwise would. Should we look up how glue works? How do adhesives and glue work? It's sealed inside to stay liquidy and not sticky, but when it's exposed to air, moisture evaporates is what triggers it to harden and stick. Ooh. Okay. I think we did. Oh, PVA. Same brain. PVA. According to historians and archaeologists, adhesives have been used for thousands of years, probably since the Stone Age cave dwellers first applied bitumen, a tarry substance used to surface highways. American! To stick flint axe heads to the tops of their wooden hunting spears. In ancient times, people made their glues from whatever they found in the world around them, such as sugar, fish skins, and animal products boiled in water. We still use some of the natural adhesives today, though we're much more likely to use artificial adhesives made in a chemical plant. It's obvious modern glues are chemical products from the horrible names they have: polyvinyl acetate, phenol formaldehyde, ethyl vinyl acetate, and cyanoacrylate. Superglue, to name just 4. Many modern adhesives are called synthetic resins for no good reason other than that resin, a gooey substance found in pine trees and other plants, was one of the first widely used adhesives. Yeah, I've heard of PVA. That's the white glue. Now knowing something is called is a far cry from knowing how it works. Gravity. Yeah, so gravity tries to pull the water hey, rains on your window. Gravity tries to pull the water down to the bottom of the glass, and sooner or later it usually wins, but 2 interesting things try to stop it. First, water molecules naturally stick to one another, so they clump together in big droplets on the window. That is cohesive forces. The water drops also stick to the glass without any help or glue. Adhesive forces. The cohesive forces must be bigger than the adhesive forces, or the water wouldn't form droplets at all. Instead, it would just spread out in a very thin layer on the glass, much as oil does when you spread it on water. But the adhesive forces are still pretty strong. Some of the water droplets stick to your window are surprisingly big. The drops fall down the window only when they're too heavy for the adhesive forces to keep them in place. They run in distinctive tracks with droplets forming distinct watery pathways. Water drops that are falling are trying harder to stick to the water that's already there than to the glass. So, adhesive and cohesive forces also work in glues. Adhesive forces to hold A to C, adhesive forces to stick C to B, and cohesive forces to hold C together. Has to stick to itself. Like jam. Pretty high cohesive force, but also high. Photo. When you put spread on a single slice of bread, make a sandwich, then peel the sandwich apart, you'll find there's some spread on both slices. This groundbreaking scientific experiment demonstrates a catastrophic cohesive failure of the spread as a glue. Unlike most experiments, it also tastes good. This is kind of funny. Hi, fishies! How are you? Adhesive is a relative term. Me, me, me. Yep. Never thought moisture and water have such an important role in this, but it makes sense that also makes it harder when it evaporates. The volume of glue shrinks too. That is true. What makes a gluey substance stick to something else? You may be surprised to hear that there's no single simple answer, but that's not so surprising if you consider how many different types of glues there are and how many different ways in which we can use them. For each different glue and each different surface we use it on, so scientists think a combination of different factors are at work, holding the two together. But no one knows what's going on in every case. One of the main factors is called absorption. When you spread adhesive, it wets the surface you apply it to. Lots of very weak electrostatic forces between the glue molecules and the molecules in the surface. Van der Waal! Hold the two things together. For adhesives to work well like this, they have to spread thinly and wet the surfaces very well. There's no actual chemical bond between the glue and the surface it's sticking to, just a huge number of tiny attractive forces. The glue molecules stick to the surface, molecules like in millions of microscopic magnets. Adhesives can make stronger chemical bonds with the materials they touch. Second glues on certain plastics, the glue and plastic actually merge together to form a very strong chemical bond. Chemisorption. Glues can also form physical, mechanical bonds with the surface. If it's full of holes, the glue can seep into the holes and grip to them. Another theory of how glues work suggests that adhesives can diffuse into the surface and vice versa, with molecules swapping over at the join and mingling together. This is called the diffusion theory. Adsorption. I learnt about adsorption in chemistry or biology, I think. Yeah, but until like I'd learnt it for like A level, I think, maybe. I'd never heard of it before. I can't remember what was the context of learning it, but it was something to do with like it sticks to the like the surface of things. Surface catalyst, that's definitely what it was. Post-its. Look at the back of a sticky note using an electron microscope. Sure, no worries. You'll see not a continuous film of adhesive, but lots of microscopic glue bubbles known as microcapsules, which are about 10 to 100 times bigger and much weaker than the glue particles you'll find lazing around on normal sticky tape. When you push a post-it onto a table, some of these relatively large sticky capsules cling to the surface, providing just enough adhesive force to hold the weight of the paper in the little note. Every time you attach and peel off the note, dust and dirt attach to the adhesive capsules, so they progressively lose their stickiness. But since there are so many capsules of different sizes, a post-it note does go on sticking for quite a while. Was this some kind of ad? Why doesn't glue stick to the tube? Adhesives are designed to work when they leave the tube and not before. Different adhesives achieve this in different ways. Some are dissolved in chemicals called solvents that keep them stable and non-sticky in the tube. When you squeeze them out, the solvents quickly evaporate in the air or get absorbed by the surfaces you're sticking to, freeing the adhesives themselves to do their job. That's like those really wet Pritt sticks, those like glue sticks you can buy that basically just like water. It's all just solvent. I remember we used to have one. I was in like school, and it would glue nothing. It would just kind of make the paper wet, and then you're like, cool. Now I've just got a weird soggy piece of paper. Plastic modeling glue works like this. It contains molecules of polystyrene in an acetone solvent. When you squeeze the tube, the glue spurts out, and you usually smell the very strong acetone as it evaporates. Once it's gone, the polystyrene molecules lock together to make strong chemical bonds. Glue doesn't smell when it's dry because all the solvent has vanished into the air. Some glues, such as synthetic epoxy resins, have to be mixed together before they work. They come in 2 different tubes, one containing the synthetic resin, the other containing a chemical that makes the resin harden. The 2 chemicals useless by themselves, mixed together, form a tough, permanent adhesive. Those are useless. Yeah, they just make the paper wet, and then they just have this weird, hard film where you did the glue, but nothing has happened. Sorry, I just read that bit there. Geckos have been battling people for over 2,000 years, ever since one of the very first scientists, Aristotle, wondered why they could walk upside down on the ceiling. Now, a gecko has mass, so it also has weight. Gravity pulls it downwards like anything else. If you tried walking on the ceiling, you'd very quickly find yourself on the floor. So how did geckos defy one of the most basic laws of physics? Force acts on an object, the object doesn't move, then there must be another force acting in the opposite direction. In other words, 2 forces must be exactly balancing one another. Since the gecko doesn't fall, there must be another force acting upwards that stops gravity from pulling it down. Maybe the gecko has suction pads. They thought this, so they put a gecko in a tank and sucked all the air out, but it still managed to walk on the ceiling. That poor gecko. I love geckos. Gecko's body squeezes out some kind of glue, question mark? But they only examined a tank that geckos had been climbing around. They found no evidence of any sticky stuff. Static electricity? Moisture tends to make static electricity disappear. Static electricity will flow away through the water and vanish. But if you put a gecko in a really humid tank or one with a moist ceiling, it can still do the upside down trick. So static electricity doesn't quite explain what's happening here. Geckos' feet are covered in millions of tiny hairs called setae. Setae? Hi, Everett! We're just learning about adhesives. Looking under a powerful electron microscope, scientists found each hair is also a bit like a brush with hundreds of bristles called spatulae at its ends. When the gecko walks on the ceiling of a tank, hundreds of millions of bristles are brushing against the glass. Each gecko bristle is made of organic, carbon-based molecules, while the glass is made of molecules of different substance, silicon dioxide. When the gecko moves its hairs over the glass, the organic molecules brush past the silicon dioxide molecules. When the 2 types of molecules are extremely close together, tiny electrostatic forces, van der Waals forces, magically appear between them. Magically. Each of the organic molecules sticks to a silicon dioxide molecule like a balloon sticks to a jumper. Every single bristle provides a microscopic upward force that helps to stick the gecko to the ceiling. With hundreds of billions of bristles all working as a team, there's more than enough sticking force to balance a gecko's weight. Except I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm just reading what this other person has written. Chris Woodford. He wrote Cool Stuff series and Atoms on the Floorboards. This is his website. Science is amazing. Sometimes it speaks for itself. Sometimes it needs a little help. There's no picture of him. He studied natural sciences at Cambridge University, specialising in physics and experimental psychology. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And was signed up to a PhD in cognitive neuroscience. But creative work seemed more appealing to the academic world, so I headed off in that direction instead. Studied advertising and design with the legendary iconoclastic creative guru John Gillard at the School of Communication Arts in London. Then became a full-time science writer and spare-time environmental campaigner a few years later. Cool. Consultancy. Oh, you get to help write a book for us? Oh, there's a picture of him. That's nice. And then you can contact them about stuff. It's cute. I was taught about this gecko phenomena in Nano 101. What's Nano 101? Which made me learn how much we are surrounded by nanotechnology from mobile devices to creams and foods. Nanofield is quite modern and advanced humanity quite a lot. Oh, like dealing with teeny weeny bitty bitty stuff. Anyway, so a mixture of some of these is how it works. Nice. Last updated kind of recently as well. You've got Parma violets. Where did they come from? Did you suddenly find them? I love Parma violets. Okay. Back to what I was doing. The glue's probably dry by now. Yeah, I think it's drying at least. Let's put the glue in the other bits and I'll stick this bit down. And then the big test will be putting that bit in there. Maybe I should sandpaper them before I put the other panel on, because it'll be hard to sandpaper once it's on. Which of these contains the sandpaper? Oh, it's in bag number 1. Bag number 1 doesn't exist. Oh, it's here. It's not really a bag. Is it that? Oh, it's that. Pokey stab, 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 pokey poke. Get out. Okay, got it. You bought a bag of sweets. Delish. Okay, let's sandpaper the edges of this. Get a bit more. A bit more texture, and then if I sandpaper the top edge of this. Would that make it more rough or more smooth? Where's the other piece gone? Oh, there it is. It does feel kind of smooth already, so I think this will roughen it up enough. Okay, there we go. There are some lizards around where I live in California, but as a kid I found them terrifying and I've seen them much around Arkansas. Like lizards, like geckos? Would you ever get a lizard as a pet? Like a snake? Based on the smell of the other glue versus this one, the other one is a lot more effective. But we'll do our best with this one. This is the side. Okay. There you go. Stack that all together. I think it'd be really cute to have a little leopard spotted gecko as a pet. I met one when I was in primary school and I fell in love with them. I was like, that is the coolest guy ever. I love how soft their little bodies are. The bodies are so soft. And then I like that when you look through their ear, you can like look through to the other side. So cute. Okay, we're going to stick that in there. And I like their little faces. Oh, maybe the best way to hold this in place would be face it upside down. Because that will hold it at the bottom. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I love the little face of a leopard spotted gecko and their little bodies. And they're like chunky tail. Tail's so chunky. But I bet you have to keep them in like special heated containers like snakes and things. So I reckon this glue is not going to be as good as this one. I'm just so wary about cutting it. You know what? I'm not that wary. Ah. Okay, I think I cut it a bit. That's a pretty small hole. That's actually like way too small a hole. I'm like shaving it down slowly. Okay, well, the hole I've made is eeny meeny tiny. But maybe you want like a really tiny hole to keep the, there's so much rubbish. There's little rubbish. To keep the glue spout nice and tiny. It's been over an hour. I haven't even made the first shelf. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, I've managed to pull off the cap, but somehow leave the actual cap there. Wow, the smell of solvents is so strong. Good grief. Okay. Peeled the top bit off. That. Got some glue on my thumb. It smells really good. What? Hit by an SUV while walking on a pedestrian. Crossing. Double lanes with a speed bump before the crossing. So I started walking through another car coming. It sped up. Oh my goodness. Only getting concussion on your right arm. Nothing broke. Well, that's good. At least. Reported to the police station. Goodness, that's so scary. Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better at least. That's really scary though. Ah. She left. Well, at least you got the like the information and stuff. Gosh, that's horrible though. I'm sorry that happened. A little bit. I made the hole bigger because the lid wasn't staying on, but it's still not staying on very well. And now I regret because the hole's much bigger than it was before. Maybe I have to tape down the top bit. Whoa, that glue is so much more effective. In case he was running over someone on pedestrian walkers on the driver's fault. Oh yes, definitely. Accountability sounds careless, so I make a case. My last semester, trying to report it. Gosh, sounds like you've a lot going on then. If you've got like uni things and then this as well. That is stressful. I think I built the shelf. I'm annoyed about this glue. I wish I didn't cut it further. But hopefully it'll be okay. Made this little shelf. Put this back. Yeah, the last thing you need. Okay, we've made this little shelf here. Right there. And let's make this. Put it like that. Okay, let's see. So we need that. We need 4 of them. And then there's that flat one that's there as well. And oh, that one. This one. 2 of them. 3 for that one. This tiny thing. Oh, it's the same as that. No, the same. 4. And then we've got a thin. Wait, that's the same as that. Oh, we need 3 of them. Right. And then there's a thin piece there. Stressful around. That does sound very stressful. Everything happened at once. I feel like that's always the way. Just like every bad, annoying, stressful thing. It's the worst. M5, M14, M15. Oh, it's this. We're going to be using this thing as well. But yeah, I hope you're managing to deal with everything okay, because that sounds like a lot. In here, looking for B23, which looks like this. I can't really see, it's kind of blurry, but it looks like that. Which is, oh, perfect. It's like the first one on the top there, that one. So unfortunately I don't have the knife. I'll just push it out. Oh, well, that worked. Just sandpaper off the little nubbins. Okay, this is the other bit. It's nice, except enjoy what you like doing in the meantime. Yeah, that's a really good attitude about things. Do your little best. Okay. So, I know you got the stickers that we put on, but I think we put these on at the end, so I'll leave them in the packet. It's 14, 15, and then 555. So those ones, we leave them there. Okay. So let's put this shelf together first. Wide and narrow. So the wide bit is on this side. That was wider and that bit's narrow. So we stick B5, which is this one, to the bottom. Oh no, this one sits on the top, like this. And then we put the shelves inside. Glue B7 along the indentation lines. Oh, we glue this to the outside. Okay. Right, I see what's happening. So, do we need to glue the shelves into place? Or are we hoping that this will be enough? Oh, wait, do these go on the sides like this, maybe? Okay. And then these go on the back. I think these do need to get glued in place because there's not really much holding them up. So I think we should glue along the back. Just have to be careful with the glue now that I've made that hole massive by accident. Okay. Woo. Let's do it on this piece of paper so I don't glue my table. Okay. Put the first shelf there. Have you checked Marathon? That's a game, isn't it? Wasn't it? I know Chunks likes that game. Isn't it like an old game? But then have they made like a new one recently? I watched Trunks playing it for a bit, but I haven't played it myself. Have you played it? The new one is what I've been playing. Is it the same as the old game, just in like a newer version of it, or is it completely different, but set in the same sort of environment? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to use just a little bit of glue so it's not too much sticking out. Came out in 1994. It's not the same at all. Oh, played it as my cup of tea, like Overwatch, but I love so much the lore and world from the cinematics. Concept, it's so complex and intriguing. Is it like it's set in the same world? When I was watching, it kind of looked like a shooter survivor game, but is there also story? Oh my gosh, there's so much glue everywhere. Okay, there we go. And then we stick this like this, I think, to the top, along the long edge. So if I glue along here, Ow. Okay, leave that to dry. Why does that not? Why did these all look wonky? I need like a perpendicular thing to check that they're not really wonk, because they look a bit wonk. Okay. Hi, Spaghetti. 15. Goodness gracious. Cinematic trailers are so cool and unique. Ew. Kind of like it's like watching like the Overwatch ones are very fun to watch, similar to that. Oh, really fun trailers I like to watch, like the World of Warcraft cinematic ones. 2026 Marathon is a very sweaty game. I watched this Hello Kitty Island adventure in comparison. Sweaty in what way? Like, how? Wait, I was like watching, but I wasn't really paying attention to what the gameplay was. What is the game style? Marathon reveals cinematic short romance search. Okay. I'll make a note on my phone. Extraction shooter. But like sweaty. Like isn't like Tarkov quite sweaty? Like that? Tick. Okay. I click on it. Great. Cool. I'll watch it later. More sweaty than like Tarkov. I don't know. I've never played Tarkov, but I've heard that it's... Why is everything so wonky? That's like kind of strange. So if we just stay like that, that would be really great. No, that meant I play marathons. My first extraction shooter. Yeah, I've never played a game like that before because they always seem so like intense, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to live in that kind of stressful environment. Stick this along the sides like that. Okay. Should I glue along this, then stick it down? I think that will hold that in place. Less sweaty than Taco. Taco takes the truly sweaty cake. Creators can be very friendly. Yeah, to be fair, when I watch you playing it and you're like talking to people, everyone seems quite nice. Yeah, I love Death and Robots. Studio behind who they call episode Jabaro and The Witness made this reveal cinematic. I don't know episode names. It is... Oh, this one? Oh, this was a cool one. With the sparkly lady. Yeah, that was a really cool one. And oh, The Witness was the other one that looked similar to it with the window and the loop. Yeah, this one did look similar. Like you could tell that they were the same. Cinematic trailers, shooters are cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember both of these because I thought both of them were really cool. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That is. Even more excited. I'll watch that later. I don't know. I would watch it now, but I don't know if you can watch it on stream or not. I guess it's on YouTube, so maybe. Okay, I'm gonna stick this. I'm gonna put the glue on this bit, and then I can just stick that thing to the side of it. I'm worried about putting too much glue, because then it just kind of gets everywhere. Okay. That down, and then stick this. Down like that. Okay. And let's line it all up. Okay. There we go. That seems all lined up nicely. There we go. And then, should I wait a little bit and then I'll glue the other side down? Okay, after this, we glue these little bits. Oh my gosh, how am I going to fit this? How am I going to fit these in here? Are they bigger than, are these bigger or smaller than the holes? Like marginally bigger. So marginally. Okay, so basically these are the front door covers for these things. Did I lose one? Oh no, one's meant to be missing. And they sit like this. But that is so marginally bigger. Maybe I should stick this one on before I do the other door. Or maybe it's better to do it now. Because we need to put this there, but like slightly recessed. That's because that's usually how stuff is. The bottom bit is like slightly recessed. But if I do it now, will it be easier doing it now than doing it? I guess I could do it like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, okay. I will follow the instructions, I guess. I won't just go my own way. I suppose they probably know what they're talking about. It just looks like a black blob of nothing. You can't see what I'm doing at all. This is what it looks like so far. I've done one wall and then the shelves, and then I put in the other side wall down. Okay, there we go. And then stick this down. Oop. And then get it to line up all the shelves. That bottom shelf does not line up at all. Okay, it's fine. If it's slightly rickety, I think it will just add to the personality of the room. Let's hold it together for a little bit. A little shelf. Let's put the lid back on this glue. Okay. And the gunpowder loop the genre as you drop in with basic lid out, gear up, kill and get enemy gear. Just crack with your lid, drop it. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem pretty cool. Like, I like the idea of collecting stuff, but it does seem kind of stressful the whole time because you're like watching out for people like attacking you or something. But it does seem like a fun little idea. Okay. So we glue the labels on the front, then stick them all down. Okay. Once this is set, a little bit longer, I think. I don't know about all that. Even playing like Apex Legends kind of stresses me out, being in an environment with loads of people. Yeah, exactly that. Hi Vithik, how are you doing? Do you like the second shelf I've built? I've built this one shelf. It's been nearly 2 hours. I built this one shelf, and I'm in the process of building this one shelf. How's your day going? There we go. I think that's sort of dried on the other side. And then we got to put the doors on the front. But first we need to put the... I love this! What do you guys call these things? What do you guys call these? These things that you put paper in. Because I mean, I didn't really know what people called them, but I had like an idea of what I called them. And it turns out it's different to what people call them around here. For the files. So when I was growing up, people called them slippery fish. Sleeve. Oh, people call them a slippery fish. But then people here call them Polly Pockets. But then when people say Polly Pocket, I just think of the little girl. The little girl whose name is Polly. And she's tiny. And she's called Polly Pocket. But you've never had a slippery fish? You've had a Polly Pocket? What the? Ah, it's oh no, they're ripping off. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is not good. I wasn't paying attention and the plastic bit pressed onto the card and it's pulled them up. Eesh. Oh dear. Let's fold this back on itself. Okay. I don't know what to do with those tiny ones. I don't know what these are for. I'm just gonna leave them loose in this bag and then slippery fish. Is that probably what it is? Slippery fish? Like microfiche? This stickiness is driving me crazy. Polly Pocket the toy. Mighty Max. Mighty Max. That's what not to do. Gotta find it when we can. Is that what it is? It's slippery fish, but like slippery fish. Oh, it's a Brighton, Sussex thing. Well, that makes sense because I grew up in Sussex. I didn't realize it was so niche. Yeah, it's a Sussex thing. Like they're called slippery fish. Oh my god, that's so weird. I didn't know the Sussex people had like niche. The slippery niche indeed. Oh. Isn't that fun? Polly Pocket. Yeah, but Polly Pocket is just a little girl for me, so it's funny. But I guess it's Polly as in plastic, P-O-L-Y, Polly. Huh. Well, I just learned something new about myself. Why is the... Slippery fish, slippery fish. I was looking it up on Firefox just now. That's how I got the thing that says it's Okay, it's not coming up here, but on the Firefox Google search results, the second link is slippery dick. Oh, it's a type of fish. Haliocoros bitavitivus. This. It's a wrasse. Native to shallow tropical waters of the Western Atlantic Ocean. This is just what came up. There's this little fishy guy. Wow, he's so colourful. That's the baby. And then they get like this. Hopefully someone can enlighten me as to why people across Sussex call punch pockets, plastic wallets, slippery fish. The county where we call slippery fish school, a large majority of my teachers seem to be from Brighton U, so I guess it originated there. I call them slippery fish. Fish, and they are slippery. Whoops. Whoops. It's like a game where they blow them off the table. And in London, Polly Pockets. Oh. So it's actually the other way around. I thought Polly Pocket was like a niche thing for here, but maybe slippery fish is a niche thing for where I grew up. Hi, Ashish, welcome back. I thought they were the niche ones, but in fact, I am the niche one. How weird. Anyway, slippery fish. What do you call them, fishies? Oh, this thing. Let's make it as unsticky as possible, so it doesn't stick to. What do you call these thingies? Yeah. Ah, no, not the glue. But I was at the library. You could have Polly Pocket as well. Interesting. Dang. Super niche English bit. I am. Oh, whoops. Right. So, yeah, because I called them slippery fish, and that turns out is a Sussex thing, which I didn't know. Okay. Oh yeah, so I was in the library and it was kind of rainy, so I wanted to ask for like a plastic, well, that thing, to put the paper I printed off in, because I was like, oh, it's gonna get all soaked. But I didn't know. I knew I said slippery fish, but I'd literally talked to my fiance maybe a couple of weeks before about it, and he was like, oh, it's weird that you call them that. So I didn't want to say it to her, because I was like, she's not gonna know what I'm talking about. And it turns out, yeah, she wouldn't know what I was talking about. Let's line this up. Student's day of work. Works for the rest of the week. Ooh, that's good. Thank you so much for lurking. Hope you get lots of nice rest with your time off. I can use my new tweezers to position it. I don't have very good control. It's actually making it worse. I've put the little label on the little guy. Does it matter? Does it matter what order I put them in? I don't think it does, but I'll put that as the top drawer. They're not fish. They are kind of fishy-like. Like they're like the scales of a fish. Like, oh my goodness, this, it's so slippery. And like shiny, like the scales. Please, may I have your slippery fish? Anything flexible is a fish. Yeah. Are you very flexible? Anyone here very flexible? Any of you guys fishes? Oh my god. No, it is. I thought I lost it. Unicorn horn. Well, luckily me taking... Oh my god, where's it just gone? It just flicked away. Oh, it's stuck to the side of this. we go. You're very inflexible. Dang it. Maybe you're an unnatural kind of fish. Slippery fish from playing. Store things inside of fish. You don't. It's like those, you know those fish shoes people have? Where they look like fish, but they're like sandals. It's like that. Oh my god, everything stopped blowing away. Got glue on my table. What does this say? Something Vlax? Blaffs? Wlaffs? Of Fernley? What is that? Vials? Vials of Fernley. I still don't know what that is. Fish get less flexible when it gets stale. Exactly. Maybe that's what's happened here. It all makes sense now. Okay. It's gonna stick on like... Oh my gosh, don't fall in. Okay. So we're putting this like that. So we need to glue the top and bottom of this, or maybe glue this. Maybe glue the thing it's going down on, because then I don't get, there's not less chance of me getting stuck to the thing, which I can definitely foresee happening. Slippery fish. Wow, my fiance is going to feel so vindicated that I was the one that's with the niche idea of what it's called. Put the first one on. It's the drawer. Where is it focusing? It's like here. That still looks really blurry. I don't know. Okay. Stick this last one down quickly so I can use the glue that I used. Whew, okay. Why does it look so blurry literally everywhere? An IKEA for ants. Yeah, do you like it? It's for my borrowers. So we did that. Okay. And then we stick this in there. We're making this. This is what we're making. A little witch's shop, I guess. Okay. Yay! Is there not enough stimulation going on? Okay. I made the little shelf. I'm gonna move the focus point back up again. Me and this camera do not get on. Okay, there we go. You can sort of see it. I've made the little shelf. And look, it's like 3D kind of on the drawers. That's cool. Too relaxing. More stress. It's annoying because this middle cupboard, the back bit's white. But on their pictures, the back bit's brown, like the same as this. But then on the diagrams, it's white. So I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Like you don't really... We'll probably put stuff in there. So okay, and then M14 and 15. We stick them to the sides. They're like mini posters. Oh my gosh, we're gonna lose these mini bits that fell out. This is a nightmare. What am I supposed to do with these? These tiny weeny things here we have to keep a hold of. I'm gonna lose them. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do with these. There's no way we're not gonna lose these. Okay, I've put them in there. I'm gonna say this out loud because I'm gonna forget that I did that. And need 14 and 15. And then we have to bend them a little bit. Little bend. Little weeny bend. Like a bowl full of fun. Okay. This 14 sticks on the side. Okay, let's do that. So I'll do a dot of glue on the side, then I'll just stick it down. I think that's okay. It's got a little poster. Like it's been sitting there a while, so it's got a bit curled. And then let's curl the other one a little bit. Okay. And then this one goes on the top. So do a little spot. Whoa, that was the opposite of a little spot. I use my mini tweezers. Oh, like I can use my tweezers. Like this. Maybe a bit less curled. There you go. Hi Lynn, how are you? Like I put the little poster on the top and it's like it's sitting on there. And then the one on the side looks like it's kind of peeling off a bit on purpose. Look at my mini shelf! It's a baby! Yay! Okay. I'm very well, thank you. We've made this little shelf, and it's only taken 2 hours, so good progress, me. But yeah, no, I'm very good. I went ice skating recently, so I've been getting into that, and I didn't fall over this time. Yeah, I was trying to get more comfortable on skating on like 1 foot at a time. Like I used to be able to do it for longer, so I was like, you know what, I can do it. Like I'm physically capable of doing this. I just need to get the confidence to do that again. So I was trying that a little bit. And then I was skating with my sister as well. So I was helping her. She was like really nervous when we first started skating, but by the end she was really good. Yeah, so I was doing that. So I hope I can get back to doing that more often. because it's quite a fun thing to do. Okay. Let's make the next cupboard. Let's get all of the bits and bobs that we'll need. A23, A24, A25. They're all 23, 24. We're on there. That's 25. I found 24 and 20. Oh, there's 25. Okay. So they're on that sheet that looks like that. Let's get those first. Oh, so I finished this. I finished this thing I was making recently. I messed it up a little bit on the pattern, but looks okay. Why am I looking at that? Okay. So the piece is... It's got a thingy cut out in the middle. And it's within that. Oh, maybe it's this bigger one at the back. I'll take every other bit out. It's this one here. There we go. Right, let's put that behind there. Okay, we'll put everything back. So we need 23, which is this one. That one there. Feel less peaceful though. Did it work in that respect? Get out. Oh my gosh. No, not all. Just this bit. Okay. Oh dear. It's all gonna come out. Please stay in. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. This is 25. That's 25. That's 24. And this is 23. Oh, the other thing. I went for some Thai food this weekend. And confirmed to myself that I still do have a peanut allergy because I accidentally ordered something that had peanuts in it and I was eating it and I was like, I feel kind of strange. And yeah, there were peanuts in it. Because sometimes I think I'm kind of faking my allergy. I'm like, do I have an allergy? Do I? Really? No, I do. We're looking for D9, which is that. Which is this. Yeah. This is a thick bit of wood. Whoa. Get out. There we go. Chunky. On there, got the D9, and then we've just got to get a whole bunch of other pieces out. A35, 36, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, so they're on a dark brown sheet, which may be this one. Yeah, this one indeed. Right. 35. those two. 36. That's 36. Okay, wait. 35, 35, 36, 37, 38, 38, 39. Okay, there we go. And then let's scrape down the sides to make them nice and smooth. And then these ones. Get rid of the nubbins. Be good, nub. Okay. There we go. Got rid of all the nubs. B21 and B20. Oh no! Wait, this is one of the ones that you need the wire for. Oh, flip. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to make this one. Oh, you make that for the handles. Interesting. Right, well, we only need... Yeah, we only need that right at the very end. So, in theory, we don't have to put the handles on. I can just do all the other bits. Sans handle. Does every other thing we make require handle? Kind of, yes. Ooh, this one doesn't. I just need to watch out for ones that require the wires. Okay. We can do this, just not do the handles, which you stick on at the end anyway. So that's okay. Okay. That's what this thick bit is for. It's for bending the wires in place. Okay. But we can build the cupboard. We just won't be able to put that last bit in place. Okay. Killy dookily. But we need to get B21 and B20 anyhow. Which is this one? Yeah. B20, B21, second B20. There we go. Perfecto. Give it a little sandpaper. Sandpaper. Be gone, little knob. Okay, right. Got all the pieces. Let's build this little shelf. So B21, which is this, and you stick in these two. Okay. Just sit that down, let that dry, and then do the other one. There's a piece of glue on the end. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Put those little shelves in, and then we have to stick on to the top A38, which is these two. These go on the top and on the bottom. Do I even put any glue on here? Okay. Okay. Did the top one. Now let's do. It's so tiny. Do the bottom one. Okay, and then we stick an A35, which is this one. Stick that down one side. Does it matter which way? No, I don't think so. So you stick this on one side. And then stick an A39 to the front. Okay. So I think that's basically dry. Because I'm trying not to put too much glue on it so it dries quicker. Okay. I'm trying to straighten them out a little bit. we go. Did one side. There we go. To one side, and then we have to stick on the other side. And then we put on the front bits. Okay. Hi, duck. Okay. Okay. Put that together. There we go. Hello. How are you doing? Okay. That feels pretty secure. So then I stick this on the front. Here, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay. There we go. And I don't know if you can really see, but there's some like lines on the front that look like they're drawers. There we go. Whew. 25 minutes till big boy meeting. Noise. What are you talking about? That doesn't sound like me. Okay, and then this is the bottom drawer, so we stick that on there. Yeah, it goes in the bottom one like that. Okay. I really wish it said to buy those pliers, because then I could have made the door handles, but unfortunately I don't have the necessary items required to make them. You know, the funny thing was, I was even in the jewelry making section of Hobbycraft, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be so cool to learn to make jewelry? But then I was like, no, let's stick to one thing at a time. But if I had given in to the impulse, I would have had round nose pliers like it wanted me to. There you go. Just put the glue with that. The whole progress. You want to see the whole progress for the last 2.5 hours nearly? Made this shelf here. Made this shelf. Where's the focus point? Here? I don't know. It's got a little poster on the top, little poster on the side. And then I'm making this one. Yeah. For those ring making classes, they look very hard. The jewelry that they had was for like earrings in Hobbycraft, so it's basically just like you buy the hook and then you like bend the metal and you can just like attach beads on and stuff and make dangly earrings. Rings would be really cool to make. That would be very cool. Okay. like this. Right, now we're going to build the little mini shelf. A23, which is the biggest one, is the base. And then to the sides of that we attach the two A25s, which are the shorter ones. They attach the side, and then the A21 goes to the front. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, is this even the right bit? I think it is. Why does it stick out? Oh, because it's supposed to, because that door sits in between? Yes. Okay, did that, and then stick this. It's so teeny tiny. Okay. Made part of the shelf. Is this clearer? So hard to do. Okay. And then this goes there. Okay. Put the lid on. Ooh. Looks pretty good. Ooh, nice. Mini shelf. And then I think we have to stick this to the front. Let's turn it up like this. Oop. Stick that down. Okay, nice. So we made that little drawer. Apply dive glue here. Oh, and then we insert this drawer into this. And then we have to put the handles on. But I don't have the equipment to be able to make those handles yet. So that has to wait. Look at this! I think it's still a bit gluey. Look at that! This shelf has got a little sticky outy gluey bit. Gluey bit, shelf bit. think I can make... I think I can make this stuff, I just can't make the handles, which is fine, I think. Because I can just do all the handles in one go afterwards. I love miniature things like this, so interactive stuff. Yeah, I know! I love miniatures, but I've never, like, made one myself. I love that this is, like, actually functional. Like, it's actually... Because the other ones obviously are just fake, but this one's a real draw. That's crazy times. There's a string of glue here. Yeah, we can't finish this off yet because I don't have the bit to make the handles, but looking good. Maybe I should keep them separate so the glue doesn't dry together before it's ready. Yay! Look at my items! Okay. Let us make the next ones. The next one does... The next one does look like we need to... Does look like we need to do the handle stuff before it's finished, so... Wouldn't that be so cute? Make like a fancy one. All the ones I've got are just like regular looking boxes. Okay, let's skip this one here. I think we need to use the wire stuff. So we have to skip that one. So let's move to cupboard 5. I think we can make most of cupboard 5. We just can't put the handle on at the end. But that is okay. Okay, now let's get all the little pieces that we need. A22, A22. It's these two. There. Put that over there. Okay. A27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 33, 34. Okay. That's kind of everything from here, I think. 27, 28, 27. She's not 26. Okay. I'm right there. I know what's on your computer right now. I'm a virus. Okay. 27. Stab these bits out. Get out. Get out. Okay. 28. 28. 29. Oh god. 29, 29. They're so tiny! 29, 29. 30, 30. 31 is all of these. Is it better to keep them in their packet until I need them? Like in their slots, just because they all look kind of similar? Well, I've committed to pulling them out now, so. And then 32 is the big section. Ooh. Oh no, that bit's broken. Okay, let's try gluing that bit together. Re-gluing that bit together. Why? Surely I wasn't saying anything that important. Nothing to be remembered there. Okay. Okay, this is the better looking side, even though this side just still doesn't look very great. Okay. Um, 32, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Yeah, it literally is everything except 26. Okay. There we go. Got all those bits out. And then we need B22. Oh, that's the only one that we haven't got already. B22 is... this one. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Got all the pieces. Maybe I should do the edges as I go, as I need them. Okay, so we need B22. Okay, this one, and then we A33 to the sides, which is the longer of the two. This one. Now, sand down these edges. Okay, so this is the top bit, and then we just stick these to the sides. Stick this down here. Okay, done that. And then we'll glue the other side. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we put the sides on the drawer. Now we need to put the front and the back, which is A34. A34 are the shorter ones. So while we're waiting for that to dry a bit, let's sand down the little knobs. angle. And then we put that the front and the back. So it goes over. Okay. They're looking a bit bendy in, but hopefully when I put this front bit on, it will, I could use it to straighten out this front bit, the side bits. Okay. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't it be so fun to like build the whole Blueprints house as like miniature? But then I guess you have to decide what layout. What would be really cool is if you built it, but like each room was removable, so you could. That'd be hard to do the exterior, but the interiors, you could like move them about. There we go. We built the little shelf. Submitted to Lego. Do they do things like that? Okay, and then A22, which are these little ones. We stick these down. Okay. These are so teeny tiny. Whoa. A lot of glue went on the side of that. They're kissing! Okay. So much glue in the air. Oh my god, you can't see it. There's so much glue in the air. Okay. Put them in their little hole. Okay. That. Then the next step is to stick this on the front. Is this supposed to sit on top or inside? Inside a little bit? Okay. This is going to be a hard piece to put in. And to stick it, it goes like just inside the frame, I think. Yeah, it goes inside the edge. I think it does at least. Yeah, I think it does sit inside the frame. But probably because the box is a bit, my box is a bit wonky. having trouble. Where are you getting stuck on? This one? Oh my gosh. The wonkiness is coming to seek its revenge. Yeah, I think because these walk up, it's a bit easier for me. Oh my gosh! Hi. Okay. I hope the meeting goes well. Why are you not dry? No one's dry. Oh my gosh, there's so much glue. Wait, you've never had that sound effect before? Where is all this glue coming from? There's just a seeming endless amount of glue falling out the side of this. Okay. My gosh, we're so close. Oh my goodness, yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, I got it to fit. Now I just have to do that again, but with glue on the sides, which is just so good. That's so fun. But it would look like this. Yes, it would look like this. Okay. It's doable. We've done it. Just need to do it again. Would it be better... Oh my god. To put glue on this, or glue on the inside? Probably better to put glue on this, I guess. Just really annoying once done. Annoying to put in place. Maybe I'm just going to glue the outside bit, because I think gluing the bit that I'm trying to hold, that seems like a recipe for disaster. Okay, okay. Speed! Ah, put the lid on. Right. The hard bit is to get those bits to sit correctly. Oh my gosh, why is everything stuck together? Please, let go. Let go! Let go, little bit. No! How is that already stuck? It's been glued for genuinely a 0.1 of a second. How is it already stuck together? How are you getting involved? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Okay, we did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, okay, there we go. Good grief. Why does this corner keep wanting to come out? Do I need to extra glue that corner? I don't know how I'm going to put glue down in a bit. Down there. Maybe it'll be okay. Famous last words. It's going to end terribly, but at least it's in. Look at that. It's all nice and flat. And then we've got the two little holes there. Okay, now just stick everything else together is basically what's happening here. So if we put down A32 first, which is this thing. So just give it a little sand around the edges. This thing is so delicate. Okay. Let me stick that on the front there like that. So if I just glue along the edge of this and then I can stick it down. There we go. This is actually a really good frame to figure out where the rest of my wonkiness is coming from and try and correct it. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Right, let's stick on the little put something on the holes of the beads and stick. Okay. I saw the beads. And they were the thing I was showing you before. Yeah, there they are. Okay. Okay, we need 10 of them. Oh my gosh, they're so small. I feel like I needed a thing to put them in. Oh, I have a thing to put them in. Here, look at this little thing I got given by my friend. It's because I love cows. And I love Highland cows. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare to extract from this bag with loads of other stuff. Okay, let's take out the big things. There you go. Now, oh goodness, tiny things. Some of them shot out the, that one there. Okay. 1, 2, that meant to be in there? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 in there. Okay. Put everything else back in there. Got all my the little tiny bits in there. Right. Let's see how many are supposed to be in that bag. I wonder if it says. Well, we need 12 for this. I wonder if we'll need those any more, or maybe they just gave us extra. Looks like they give us extra. Oh no, one's needed there. We maybe have 3 extra that we don't need. Okay, so we might have extra in case we lose them, but hopefully we don't. Okay, so what we're doing is putting some glue in the center, then we're placing it, putting glue in the center of the bead, then we're putting it on each of these ones there. Oh, there's another one here. Yeah, sandpaper stuck to me. Kisses. Am I getting glue on my tweezers? I'm worried my glue is... Oh my god, it got stuck. It's okay. I thought it would ping away, but it didn't. I'm worried my glue is losing its solvent. It's getting a bit tougher to squeeze out. Oh, whoa. Okay. Way too much glue on that one. Oh god, it's got all gluey on the tweezers. Nightmare. Nightmare. 2 left. So hard to know if it's getting enough glue or not on each one. Because I don't want to overload it and then it takes ages to dry. But then if we don't do enough, you know, won't stick. I'm the least confident about this last one. Oh my gosh. And of course it sticks to me and literally everything. Wow. Please remove yourself from me, little bead. Is the glue trapped? My gosh, bane of my existence. Please go on. Well, we did it. That was horrendous. All the other ones went so well, and then that last one was just pain. And it's really out of place compared to all the other ones. The other ones are kind of central, that one's doing its own thing. Oh well, at least it's on there. There we go. Got all those. Okay, now we're going to build our mini drawers. And they go in those ones there and there. Okay, now let's just clean the glue off the tweezers before it's set. Good, good, isn't it? Okay, now let's build our mini shelves. So we need a 30. Oh, good grief, what is anything? So for the base is a 30. Wait, 28, 28, 29, 30 for the base. And then the sides are 31, which is these. The sides. And then this is the back. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right. Tiny! Just check there's no glue stuck. Okay, stick this. This drawer is so unbelievably tiny. Okay. I wish I could give you a better close-up, but this thing is so small, I literally can't even pick it up properly. Oh no, that's not the back, that's the side. Oh my god, I can't even tell. It's so small. Good grief. It's so tiny. Look at this. You can't even see it. It's just a little blurry blob. Okay. Then stick this one. How do I even see what's happening here? Okay, wait. If I hold it like this, and then we glue the sides and slot it down. That makes sense. Okay, that's so much glue. That's so much unnecessary amount of glue. It did it! It stuck to my finger! Okay, it's gone off. Good. Stop getting stuck to the... Why are you getting stuck to the table? Ah! Okay, get stuck to everything. Get off! It's trapped, look! Okay. I think that's pretty good. There's glue on everything, but I think that's good. That feels good. It's so small. Make it sit up. There you go. Okay. Okay. Right. This drawer is so small. This is insanity. Okay. Right. Now we stick the front piece on and face it upwards. Okay. Whew. So let's stick a bit of glue on the front of this. Ah! So much glue. Oh my gosh. That was way too much. Goodness, that was way too much. Ah! Okay. It's somehow glued down, but like it's not actually connected to anything at the same time. What? And there's so much glue and yet like none at the same time as well. What is happening here? Why is everything falling apart? Okay, I don't even know. What is happening? What am I supposed to do? Maybe I just leave it for a little minute. Just let it sit for a bit there. This is so small. Because the drawer is the same size as these, and these are tiny. How am I making something that is the same size as that? What? And joy of joys, we get to put a bead on the front. There's glue everywhere. Hi, Tagger. How are you? Look at these little shelves I'm making. Look, I made this little shelf. And I made this one. And it's got a... Oh, dropped it. it's got a little drawer that goes in there. And I'm currently working on this one. And I made this. Don't even want to touch it. Made this tiny dropped it. Tiny jar. I'm making this. This is what it'll look like by the end. But in the meanwhile, it's just a pain. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm pretty good. But I tell you, this is exhausting, but I'm enjoying it. You do lots of like making stuff, don't you? Because I want to get into making like a little like cars. Well, actually, I want to make little trains, but before I do that, I think the car ones are look a bit easier. But I don't really know where to get started with that. Yay! I put the little knob on the little handle on the front. Templates of paper crafts. Ooh, cool. This one came as a set, so you like buy the box and it comes with all the bits. Well, except I need some pliers and cutting things that I don't have, so I can't do everything, but I'm doing the bits that I can do. Okay, let's check if this fits in this drawer. Oh my goodness, it does. Look! It fell out. Yay! It works. Look, there it is. Then you can take it out. Woo! Okay, made that one. Just gotta do that again. Flip an egg. Okay. Maybe let's tweezer it. Gotta get back into that. Because I was looking, some of the boxes, they tell you like some of the equipment that you need, like cement. And paints and stuff. Oh, whoa, that was so much easier using this. Little crafts and stores. Yeah, I went into the like the hobbycraft, which is they sell lots of just like stuff to do with hobbies, like crafting things. To buy some yarn and things, and then I was just wandering in the other sections, and I came across. Well, I made a little. Woo! Made a little book nook recently. Wow, it's so much easier using the tweezers rather than using my fingers. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? But I was wandering the aisles and I came across these, and I thought I could make that. That looks challenging. I love a challenge. Sign me up. Hobbycraft's really cool though. I'd never really been in there until the last, probably the last 6 months. Whoa, oh my gosh, so much glue. Way too much glue. That is an unnecessary amount. Please contain yourself, go back in. Yeah. Stuck to the bottle. But I never really been in there until this recent year, but this recent few months. But I've been really enjoying it. They have so much fun, cool stuff. And like anytime I get a random craving to try a new hobby, they have the stuff there that I can use. Why do they always end up so wonky looking? What's happening? Oh, do you think there's a little knobbin on this that's like pushing them out? I can't put this down. Get out my hands. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm in the when I was in medical school we had dissection classes where you look at a person's body, but you do a thing called blunt dissection, which is so there's a form of dissection where this is the other type where you use like a scalpel and you like just cut through, but blunt dissection is like using like tweezers or something and like opening it. You put them in and then you let them open and it like spreads things apart. I feel like I'm doing that with this thing because I'm trying to get it to open out and I'm putting tweezers in and like opening them up slightly. Funny. There you go. Okay. Let's make sure we give this a sand so it's not got any sticking out bits. I think especially because the items that we're working with are so small, these tiny nubs make the angle go incredibly wonky. Okay. Let's put the glue on the front. I'm holding this in an incredibly awkward way. Okay, there you go. Good grief, should have grabbed this before. Sounds like crime music. They always play like cool music like this when they're like running a con in TV shows and films and stuff. And you're like, yeah, conning. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just dropped it. Where's it gone? Oh dear. It's so small. It could have gone anywhere. I guess this is why they give you extra. I feel like that is long gone. Well, if I come across it, I guess. I love watching like con people shows. So I'm quite enjoying watching White Collar at the moment because they have like con parts, but they also have detective parts as well, which is nice. Yay! Did it! That was tricky to put together, to say the least. Okay. Well, made both of those little drawers. Let's just double check that this fits. It does indeed. Okay, we'll let both of those dry a little bit. There. Right, so now we need to roll up M19. There's 4. Oh no, we need to stick on M18 and M17. Let's do that first. So these go here, and then the other one goes down there. Let's stick the glue onto the actual thing, and then I can hold the piece of paper with the tweezers. Because there's a chance if I put the glue on the paper, the tweezers will get stuck to it. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was out of frame. Go. And then with M17 goes on the bottom bit. Oops. There we go. Okay, now there's 4 M19s. Here they are. That we need to roll up. So you roll them up on the tweezers. I guess we want the word bit on the outside. How do you roll these up? Like this. that small enough? I did this one, but I don't know if it's small enough. Like it needs to be smaller. But it's a bit hard to make it smaller because these are the size of the tweezers we have, so it's kind of working with that. I think they need to be like half the width of this. Oh, actually, maybe it's good to start the thing with the tweezers to get the bend in it, and then do the rest myself. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wait, which way is they supposed to be rolled? They're meant to be... long way. Ooh. I don't know. If I roll it a little bit until it gets a bit more of a bend in it, and then when I roll it the tiny one, then it's got a bit more already. Okay. There we go. Little pieces of paper in there. How do we get it to sit straight? Kind of feels like it's going to fall out. Do you think you have to glue the drawer in place so it doesn't just fall out? Because I feel like it's likely to just fall. Or maybe it's supposed to be kind of like this. Can you see it's a bit of like an angle? But maybe that's okay. Okay, did the one. Teeny tiny. It's pretty teeny tiny. Nice. And then we do the other one. Yeah, the tweezers I think are pretty good for getting the first bit to be bent, because it's really easy to just squish it without it turning. Whoa, this is a really thin one. Look how tiny that one went. There we go. Yay! And then we just need to do the handles and things. But I think I can do that next time and put them on. Pretty happy with that? Okay. Should I make another one? I think we're supposed to glue the drawers in place. When you put them in, which would make sense to secure them. Otherwise, they're very liable to fall out. I think I can roll these both smaller now. I think I've gotten better at rolling them teeny tiny. Yeah, that's way better. There we go. Okay, maybe I'll just glue them in place so that they don't fly out. Am I supposed to glue that other drawer in place as well? Yeah, but maybe I won't yet because I need to glue on the handles, but I can glue these two in place. And then once I've done that, I think I'll leave it for tonight. Because I don't know if I'll have time to make a whole other drawer, because they take a while, because they're so fiddly. Okay, did that one. Now let's put the glue on the other one. There we go. Yay. So next time when I get the pliers, I'll be able to make the handle, which goes, there's one that goes there, and then there's like a couple of pieces that go there. I guess they're the hinge, and then that's the handle. And then make the little drawers, and then I'll be able to put the handles on all of these. And there's one that goes in there. And then once I put the handle on this one, I can glue that one in place as well. Yay, I'm really happy with these. They look really cute. And leave it down that way so they don't fall out. And this one looks nice too. Oh, I need to sand this. I forgot the last step for this one, which I forgot to do at the time, was to sand it to make it look old. You sand it more on the bottom, like like it's been moved a bit. Or like scuffed. And then maybe the front of the shelves. Like stuff's been put on and off them a lot. Especially the middle, I guess. Like on steps. Oh, where the shelves will be a bit. Okay. Thanks for seeing. I'm gonna lie down. Ooh, it's bedtime. I think I will also be heading to bed now. Thank you for hanging out with me, Beefy, as always. I really appreciate your company. We've made 4 little shelves today, which is good. And then if I buy the pliers, then I can cut all the wire stuff out and we can do everything. We'll be able to do everything. Yeah. But these are the little shelves that we've made today. Got this shelf. And we got this one with the drawer that comes out. Got these 2 with the little papers sticking out. And then this one, which we can put stuff on. And then I've sanded it a bit to make it look more worn. Yeah, so pretty good. And now I can carry on next time and build more things. Yay! But that was fun. Try this one. This one is way harder. I'm glad I did the other one last time because this stuff is teeny tiny. Nicely done. Thank you. It was fun using the tweezers as well. Makes it a lot easier to like hold the pieces together, like spread them and stuff. Yes, indeed. So I guess I will leave it there for today. I'll be back next week. Hopefully I get a chance to go out, get those pliers, so we can finish the handles and everything. Yeah, my ear is itchy. Yay! It was really fun though. It was fun making the miniatures. Very tricky. You never realize how massive your hands are until you're working with something so tiny. I know. Gonna set up a whole workshop in here. Next time you see this place be completely transformed, I'll get like an extractor fan and stuff in here. Yeah. But if I get those plier things, then surely it makes sense to go the next step and start making like model cars and things. Yeah. Okay. I think I found someone to raid. Let's go raid Vertsky. It's their birthday. Makes me real. Yeah, in no time at all. Actually, someone I work with really, really loves cars, so he talks about them a lot. So, you know, it makes sense. The next step would be for me to start also fixing cars. They do sound pretty cool, like all the mechanical things. Thank you for hanging out, Latina Pila. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, feeling a bit more rested. I'm gonna go to bed now. I have work in the morning. I'm so thirsty. I filled up this water bottle before I came here because I was like, oh, I'm so thirsty, I could drink this when I sit down, and then I immediately forgot. Sorry. Yeah, but it was fun talking about books and book bindings, and what else did we talk about? Slippery fish, and making the little shelves and stuff. It looks like the shelves are the main pieces of it. So once I've built the shelves, then it's just kind of like putting all the decoration-y little bits in, and like building the house and stuff. I'm not saying that we're like close. I don't think we're anywhere close to it, but yeah, it's very fun making all these tiny little thingies. I will be back next week. I think next week, according to my calendar, is when we do the spin the wheel thing for the first. As of right now, it is. Okay. So I'll be spinning the wheel next time, if I remember to. And then whoever wins. At the moment, I've been into making the cross-stitch thing. So whoever wins, I'll probably make one of them and maybe send it to them, or like send them a photo if they don't want to get the actual thing. But yeah. So that is likely what they'll win. But if they don't want that, then I can try and make something else instead. Yeah. But yeah. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful week. If they don't, then I have to something else. But as of right now, that is my like great obsession. The other day I gave myself a headache because I was awake. I was awake? No, I was cross-stitching for like 8 hours. I was watching White Collar in the background. So I was half splitting my attention between that and cross-stitching, but also staring at something right in front of my face for like 8 hours. And I was like, I wonder why I feel so terrible now. Who's to say why? Yeah. So I will do that next week, and then I'll make something. And yes, I hope you have a great week. I can't wait to hear about it. Every 20 minutes you should look at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds. 20 minutes, 20 feet away for 20 seconds. So you can look out the window at something far away for a bit. 20, 20, 20. I should set an alarm then, because I definitely wasn't doing that. Like the furthest that I was looking away was maybe 5 to 10 feet away to the TV. Like from looking, what even is this? What is that? 20 centimeters away from my face? This is 20 centimeters. Yeah, looking at something 20 centimeters away to looking at something maybe 7.5 foot away. That's a bit of a different measurement systems there. Yeah, a couple of meters, 3 meters away from my face. Maybe was the distance. Yeah. 20 centimeters, 3 meters. So probably, what is 20 foot in meters? Okay, just double that. If I just like look out the window for a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably good. I'll try and bear that in mind. I probably will forget and I'll just get a headache instead, but I'll thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's Redversky. Thank you for being here, Chunks. If you want to send a raid message when we get there. Oh, and you can say happy birthday. This is their birthday. And if you want to join my Discord to see when I go live. And I'll put a better, because obviously it's kind of blurry what I've got right now, but I'll try and put a better picture of the little shells we made today so you can see them better. Yes, but I will see you next week. I'll do the spin the wheel thingy, and I'll let you know what I've been up to. Do I have any plans? I have literally no idea if I have plans or not. So, I don't know. It's a surprise for everyone. Okay. And, yeah. Thank you so much, Spaghetti, for the 15 stream watch streak. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Bye.